I'm back again with some more ACA. This time I'm speaking on the laundry list, the 14 traits of an adult child of an alcoholic. Let's see if anything resonates. Again, you can do what you want. I'm talking about my experience. I can't suggest everybody's got to walk their own walk. This has been my walk. Number one, we became isolated and afraid of people and authority figures. I can understand that. And then sometimes I was I had a completely different reaction to authority figures. I just didn't like them, couldn't stand them. Ugh, get out of my face. But in other instances, yeah, I get it. We became approval seekers and lost our identity in the process. Totally lost my identity. Like I'm like a chameleon dude. I'm gonna like morph into whatever I morphed into whatever I needed to morph. I whatever I needed to be in that moment to get through. Like when you hear the stories, like I survived. Like I'm gonna make it home. I morphed into whatever I needed to do in some dangerous situations I had no business being in, but because it's addicted to excitement. Yeah. Number three, we are frightened by angry people and any personal criticism. Yeah, I used to get my feelings hurt like a lot. And to this day, I think, I could probably check or be given a PTSD thing. Cause like when people start getting whatever, like I can't deal. I can't deal like the getting the hype, the loudness and stuff. Can't deal. We either become alcoholics, marry them, or both, or find another compulsive personality, such as a workaholic, to fulfill our sick abandonment needs. The um the other thing that I read about you can become your dysfunction, marry it, or both. I tell, okay, number five. We live life from the viewpoint of victims, and we are attracted by that weakness in our love and friendship relationships. Woo, that was just a lot. We're just gonna go on to number six. Number six. We have an overdeveloped sense of responsibility, and it is easier for us to be concerned with others rather than ourselves. This enables us not to look too closely at our own faults, etc. Totally. I was that person, like, if something was going on, like, I'm gonna dive in, swoop in immediately. What can I do? How can I help? And most of the time, it was to my own detriment. I ended up being like left in the dust, and could be further along in life and with a lot of things, but I was always concerned with others, their problem, what can I do, how can I help? Hyper vigilant, very hyper vigilant. Like I've gotten into fights, like somebody's talking about like my friend, and I'm just like, you just like, that was speed. Seven, we get guilt feelings when we stand up for ourselves instead of giving in to others. Yeah, like I had to check a situation a few weeks ago, and I was just like, dang, did I overreact, or did I handle that right, or could I have just not, like, could I have just ignored it? But seeing how in these weeks that have followed, that situation is clear now. So I definitely did the right thing. I stood up for myself, and I didn't need those guilt feelings, not at all. We became addicted to excitement. Number eight, yeah, wilding out, exciting, 90 miles an hour down the street. Number nine, we confuse love with pity and tend to love people we can pity and rescue. I was the helper. I was the helper. 10. We have stuffed our feelings from our traumatic childhoods and have lost the ability to feel or express our feelings because it hurts so much. Denial. Denial is the enemy. You gotta face it. No, you don't have to do anything. This is what I did. I faced it. Got out of denial. Denial, got out of there. Denial, not my friend. I don't do denial. Next, we judge ourselves harshly and have a very low sense of self-esteem. Tough on myself. So tough on myself. So tough. And for the longest, really didn't even think I was, kind of thought I was pretty a little bit, but it just, like when people say, like, I'm just like, okay, whatever. I don't see it. Like, whatever. Like, I'm just, because back to the dysfunctional growing up, if I was given a compliment, like, it was just shut down immediately, and I can understand someone not wanting me to have a big head or whatever, but you have those conversations. And you pay attention to the kid. Did I walk around acting high and mighty like I was whatever? I didn't. I was a very humble person. So, next thing, 12. We are dependent personalities who are terrified of abandonment and will do anything to hold on to a relationship in order to not experience painful abandonment feelings which we receive from living with sick people who were never there emotionally for us. That speaks for itself, and it explains so much. Those years that you can't get back, those people you were involved with, it's just mirroring the childhood. It mirrors how you grew up. And again, it's not, I can't put this on my parents because my parents didn't treat me this way. Obviously, there was dysfunction, and there's a lot of things that should have been, but I can't put this on my parents. I can't. I around my parents, I felt nothing but love. Nothing. That's it. There were some other, parental units or whatever unit you want to name go in front of that, or per son specifically, whom apologized to me. They apologized to me, and which was great. The damage had been done, and I'm 44 now, undoing all of that from yay high. What's next? 13. Alcoholism is a family disease, and we become para-alcoholics and took on the characteristics of that disease, even though we did not pick up the drink. May have picked it up at some point, but before then, hadn't had one, hadn't, had a few, hadn't thrown none back at that point. But the para part was there. This is your para-alcoholic, period. Now, 14. Para-alcoholics are reactors rather than actors. Reacting. And the word actor being used here kind of throws me for a loop, because it's like, well, if I'm acting, then it's not real. Then it is, am I being my true self? Or I guess in this sense here, it's referring to like the way you should act in these situations, not being fake. Acting in the proper sense. So, long story short, this laundry list, it lays it all out. I'm loving the work. Like I said, I've been doing this for about 2 years, and this is just it. This is just it. This has just been my life. This has been my life. This is these papers. It's it, and I am here to share and go over it in my own words, not the gossip. Not what somebody said, not what somebody picked up the phone and called somebody, not a lie that somebody told because they want to make somebody else look bad and get the heat off of them, the shame and the blame. And the fact that adults just believe anything and they repeat anything. And so that's why I call this channel In My Own Words. It's not gossip. It's nothing that nobody else said. It's not me even, oh, it's not even me reacting. It's not me reacting. It's just my true self and my healing, my process. And I'm loving it. And I'll be back with more. Thank you.